everybody? What's poppin', everybody? Welcome in. This is BeardNation.com. Welcome back to another video, guys. Welcome back to March Madness Sweet Round of, I was going to say Sweet 64, but welcome to the Round of 64 predictions here. We're here with part 2. This is the Friday slate of games here. Like I said, we're going to predict the Friday slate of the 16 matchups here. Like I said, we have a lot of good matchups here on store for today. Like I said, if you guys have already, make sure to hit the like, hit that subscribe button, make sure to join the Discord and follow me on Twitch. Both links are in the description. Make sure you guys as well go check out our ESPN fantasy bracket challenge. I do not know if that's available still, but if it is still available, make sure you guys please go check that out. Make sure you guys go check out all the links in the description. Really do appreciate y'all, especially the Discord, because we are live. We are active throughout March Madness, so if you guys can check that out, make sure you guys please do so. And then make sure you guys as well go check out all of our other links in our description. I really do appreciate your support and love. You guys have been absolutely incredible, and like I said, this channel is nothing without you guys, so I absolutely do appreciate it. Without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get right into business here. Right now, Yeller has a 1-game lead over me at this moment, 14-6. I am 13-7, so looking to see a little bit better, but at the same time, it's madness, so you never know. You never know what's coming, but at the same time, like it gets a little interesting. So we'll see if I can get that game up on Yeller. Like I said, we have a pretty tough slate this week, so without further ado, well, not this week, we have a tough slate today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we got. Alrighty, guys, so without further ado, let's go ahead and kick into gear here. And hold on, I gotta fix something real quick. There we go, now we're popping. So guys, now like I said, for this predictions, now for the over and under, I'm just gonna give you guys my predictions. I think I'd spend way too much time on giving you guys the Yeller's predictions. Well, I'll tell you Yeller's predictions, but I'm just gonna put mine down because like I said, I'm kind of like the facilitator of this. So just letting you guys know, Yeller is still making picks with us. And I'm going to read off what he says, but I'll make my individual pick. I'm just trying to save a little bit of time because I recently looked at yesterday's video and I thought it was a little bit too long for you guys. So I just want to make things quite similar here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started here. So first things first, we have Santa Clara taking on against Kentucky. Kentucky's actually been a little bit suspicious this year. I'm not gonna lie, Kentucky hasn't really been that same dominant team as we're really forced to be. Meanwhile, looking at Santa Clara, I think Santa Clara could beat them. Like they really could. I think Santa Clara definitely has a shot in beating them. It's definitely not going to be the most easiest game ever because, like I said, Kentucky is also a pretty decent team. But at the same time, like Santa Clara, I mean, they're dogs, man. I think Santa Clara is a beast. They're So yeah, who do you guys have winning this game tonight? For me, I'm gonna go with Kentucky. I am gonna pick Kentucky to win this game. However, I do think it will be closer than what people think. I think it'll be closer. I'm expecting like a squeaker, kind of like an iffy type game. Like I said, I think this game is very winnable for Santa Clara. I think it's winnable. I think it can happen, but I'm not going to go that far with my pick here. So actually, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Santa Clara. I think the upset's gonna happen. I'll take Santa Clara tonight. Let's see. Yeller's got Kentucky. Yeller's got Kentucky winning this game. And let's see what he has to say about it. Kentucky responds to the challenge. Too much talent, they'll pull away late in the highest scoring affair. So I'm pretty sure he is taking the over. So he's taking the over. For me, like I said, we'll have our spread picks down here. We'll also have our over/under picks right here. The spread for me right now, Kentucky is favored by +1.5. I will take even if I had Kentucky winning, I would probably still take Santa Clara +3.5 just because I could think it just could go either way. Over under for me is 157.5 is the line right now. That one was a little bit tough for me to pick. Since I'm picking, I'm also in agreement with Yeller. I do think this is gonna be like one of those high scoring affairs, so I am going to take the over in this game. But it's just one of those games I can see going either way or having possible outcome here. But I'll take them cover, and I'll take the over as well. 157.5. That does not scare me. I'm expecting a lot of points in this one, so I will take the over. Ooh, All right, sorry, my computer was kind of flying off. All right. So there you guys have it for our first picks. Like I said, if you guys are enjoying these, make sure to hit the like, hit that subscribe. I really do appreciate it. All right, next up we have Akron taking on against Texas Tech. Right now, Texas Tech is a 7.5-point favorite. The over/under for this one is 155.5. Texas Tech probably should be the main favorite to win this game, and yeah, I am gonna pick Texas Tech. I don't think Akron's gonna beat Texas Tech. I don't think it will happen. I think Texas Tech coming here, they take care of business. They do what they need to do to win. I mean, I can see definitely Akron forcing challenge. We already seen it, and like I said yesterday, it's like we seen like a whole bunch of teams like stick around in the games that they wasn't really supposed to stick around. Like Duke, that game happened, it was close. So I can see it being one of those games, but this is just one of those games I'm expecting Texas Tech to win. So I'll take Texas Tech. Yeller's got Texas Tech. Yeah, yep, Yeller's taking Texas Tech as well. And let's see what he has to say. Texas Tech clamps him up, defense controls the game, and they'll grind out with a solid win. Okay, so he's taking the Texas Tech to cover that 7.5, and he is taking the under. Yeller's taking the under. For me tonight, I think this game's gonna be more defensive. Yeah, I'm on agreement with Yeller with the over under. I just think with this is going to be one of those games that you're just kind of expecting a lot of defense in this game, not really expecting a lot of offense. I think each team could score like at least 50 points. We've seen it at one point in the first round of yesterday's games when the score was like 60 to 50. Those teams got to 70 points. I'm kind of expecting that game to be like this. So I'll take the under in this one. In the spread, yeah, like I said, I'm with y'all on that one. I'm gonna take the minus 7.5 points. I don't think that scares me. I think they should be able to win this game by like 13, 14, maybe somewhere around that range. Like I said, not a blowout, but not like not like anything significant as a blowout. So, but yeah, me and Yellow. Okay, so we're both gonna go with Texas Tech for the win here tonight. Next up we have, oh boy, yeah. Next we have Arizona, who actually, if you guys haven't saw my bracket predictions, they are my predicted champion. And yeah, I mean, I'm probably gonna pick them every single round unless I have a reason not to pick them. So yeah, we're picking Arizona, and I'm pretty sure Yellow's gonna pick Arizona too. I mean, this is one of those ones I don't even have to look at the board for. Arizona should be fine here. Like I said, it should be one of the more title favorites to come out of this tournament bracket here. Yeah, Yellow's got Arizona. The line is 30.5, which hasn't really been kind because I think only Michigan really got close to covering that so far. If its line's like 30.5, and I don't actually know if they actually covered that or not. So that'll be a little bit interesting. The over under is 149.5. Arizona. So Yellow's taking Arizona minus 30.5, and he's taking the over. He says Arizona pushes the pace early, too much firepower. They should be able to rest their stars and get some rest for the next round at some point during this game. So that's what he says. Yeller thinks, yeah, I'm gonna take the over in this one. Like I said, I kind of expect Arizona to score like 90 points, 100 points, and I do think that Long Island can definitely compete for a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna be like anything significant as a like worry for an upset. So I'll take Arizona to win this game. Spread minus 30.5. That's a tough number, but I'm gonna agree with it. I think Arizona's gonna cover that 30.5. Like I said, it's risky because when you just look at it, it just feels like no team has really done that in March Madness. Just really no team has been capable of doing that. But in this matchup, I will take Arizona. I think they're capable of it. So yeah, me and Yellow are both gonna go with Arizona. Hold up, that's the next game. I'm not there yet. Not there yet. So me and Yellow are both gonna go with Arizona. Next up we have the Wolf Pack here. We have Virginia. Virginia is actually one of those teams that could be a little bit of a sneaky run here. They got Virginia versus Wright State. Right now Virginia is an 18.5-point favorite. The over under is 145.5. Like I said, Wright State. I really want to pick Wright State. This is one of those games I really want to pick Wright State because I do. Yes, no, I do not like Virginia. Well, I mean, I like Virginia, but Virginia's okay. But I don't really have anything against them or anything. But yeah, for me, I mean, I'm gonna have to pick Virginia to win this game. Virginia's just significantly better. They have more of an experience. Like I said, they're the higher seed for a reason, and the higher seed doesn't really, no, the higher seed doesn't really test everything. It doesn't really give us a reason to pick these teams. But I'll take Virginia here. They should be able to come in here and take care of business. I'll take Virginia. Yeller's got Virginia, right? Yeah, that's crazy. He did. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeller. Yes, Yeller should have Virginia in this one too. Like, so I would be surprised if he didn't. Let's see. Yeller is taking them to cover as well, and he's taking the under in this one, 145.5. He says Virginia controls the tempo all game, slow, disciplined. They pull away, keeping while the score remaining at a low volume. So he is taking the under. I do agree with Yeller there. I'm gonna take the minus 18.5 points. I don't think that scares me, even though I like that could go either way. Maybe it's one of those games that we're kind of expecting, or one of those games that we're just not expecting a close game, or maybe it's a close game. I'm not sure. But Yeller's taking the under. I'm going to take the over in this game. I'm going to take the over because I think Virginia, I do think that Wright State is going to compete for a little bit, which means it's going to give Virginia a challenge, which is going to prevent their offense to score a little bit. So I'll take Virginia. I'll take the over in this game. I think Virginia is going to win like 90 to 60, something like that. So I'll take the over for tonight. All right. There you go. Yeller had the under. Yeller had the under. Let's go ahead and head down to Iowa State, as they're gonna be playing against a team. They're gonna play against Tennessee State. Tennessee State, remember, came out of that first four. They are here into the tournament. They're gonna be playing against a 2 Iowa State. Where at Iowa State, it's favored by 24.5. The over under is 149.5. Like I said, this is just one of those picks, man. Like, we should be able to get right, but at the same time, like, are we gonna get it right? I don't know, because that's just the thing about March Madness. Now, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Yeller, yeah, okay, I was gonna say we're both taking Lost State, right? I said I'm just pretty. I was praying we were both taking Lost State. I mean, hopefully Yeller was. I knew I was picking him, but I don't know. Maybe Yeller has something else in mind, but now he's gonna take Lost State as well. Let's see. Yeller is taking them to cover that 24.5. I will do the same as well. I will take them to cover that 14.5 and 24.5, and he is taking the over. Yeller's taking the over. I mean, I could definitely see a scenario that they definitely compete for a slight second there, and if they do, that could cause a little bit of problems for Iowa State. But at the same time, like, I'm not really expecting this game to really be close, and I just think that it could Mr. Stars with you. I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. To me, I think this one's a little bit more riskier than the other couple over picks that I have, but yeah, I'll take the over in this one. Let's see what the other has to say about this one. Iowa State brings the pressure all game. Turnovers turn into easy points as they run away with the game. That's what Iowa State. That's what Yeller says about Iowa State. So he's expecting a lot of turnovers here. That's why he's expecting the over while them remaining competitive. Okay, I like that. I like that. All right, and that would do it for here. All right, next up we have Iowa State. No, never mind. Next up we have Alabama playing against Hofstra. Oh, hold up. I probably spelled that wrong, but whatever. All right, but anyway, Alabama is favored here by 11.5. The over under is 158.5. Alabama should be able to win this game. Like I said, this is one of those games that if the upset does happen, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened here. But at the same time, because the line's only 11.5, so you would think that kind of means something, because all these lines are like 3.5, 20.5. When the line's only like 11.5, that kind of tells you something. It tells something to me, but I'm not going to fall for it. I'm going to take Alabama to win this game. They should be able to win this game. I'd say if they don't win this game, it'll be like crucial. So I'll take Alabama to win this one. I don't think they would lose. I think it could remain competitive though. I wouldn't be surprised if like this is a competitive game. Maybe it was close between a half or something, but yeah, I'll take Alabama to win. And yep, as expected, Yeller is taking Alabama as well. Yeah, I think Yeller actually had Alabama going pretty far in their bracket too. So that'll be pretty interesting there. Let's go spread first. Does Yeller's taking them to cover that 11.5. For me, like I said, this is definitely one of those picks I could take. I could take the underdog plus 11.5, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna take Alabama to cover that 11.5. And let's see, what's Yeller taking? Is he taking the over or the under for tonight's game? Yeller's taking the over. Yeller's taking the over. Yeah, I'll take the over as well. I'll take the over as well. I like the offenses in this game. I like the over. Let's see what he has to say about it. Alabama pushes the pace all night. Too much scoring and firepower. They'll pull away in a high scoring affair. All right. All right. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over as well. Like I said, I'm kind of expecting a lot of scoring here. I'm kind of expecting like a, I don't know, maybe something like a 95, and I do think it'll make competitive. It's like a 95, 90, 86 game, something like that. So I'll take Alabama to win this one. So yeah, there you guys have it. We're both taking Alabama. All right, next up we have Villanova taking on against Utah State here. Another very interesting first round matchup here. Right now, Ohio State, believe it or not, Utah State is favoring this game by 1.5. Believe it or not, that is shocking to me. And then the over under is 146.5. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised that Villanova is kind of underdogs here. I'm shocked about that. I'm just shocked about that. I look at this match, I'm like, okay, Villanova is gonna win this game, and coming into this game, which I would be coming into this game, I made it clear cut saying that Villanova should have been winning, should have been favoring this game, which is crazy. But for me, I'm actually with it. I mean, I know, like I said, I know I said earlier, it's shocking that Villanova is underdogs in this game, but at the same time, like I agree with it. I'm taking Utah State to win this game. Something's telling me that they're gonna come out. They're gonna come out guns blazing. They're gonna out execute Villanova, and they're gonna find a way to win the game. So I'm gonna take Utah State here on the road. Well, not on the road, but I'm taking Utah State in this one. Yeller, Yeller is taking Villanova. Yeller's taking Villanova. All right. So we are finally on opposite sides. I'm not asking for that to happen, but he's always finally on different sides. Spread for me, I will take. I mean, I'm pretty sure Yellow's doing the same because the line's like -1.5. So yeah, I'll take Utah State to cover that 1.5. I'm pretty sure Yellow's gonna take the plus, and then over under. Yellow's taking the over. Yellow's taking the over. Yeah, I'm gonna take the over as well. Like I said, I think we'll see enough scoring. 146.5. It seems like a small line. To me, it seems like too small of a line. So I'll take the over as well. He says Villanova State's poise controls the game and the tempo. Better lay and edges out in a tight one. So he thinks it's gonna be a close one, but he is taking Villanova in his squeaker here. So definitely that's definitely a good pick though. That's a good read. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Utah State in this one. All right, like I said, Ryu, like I said, we have a lot of more matches. We have a lot of good matchups here in this Friday slate here of the March Madness. Next up we have Miami, Ohio, who's been one of the best teams in March Madness. They're 31-1. Like I said, it just gets shocking because you never see a 31-1 team participate in a first four. Like we just never seen that, and I think is insane. But at the same time, you're playing against a Tennessee team. Right now, Tennessee's favored by 11.5. The over under is 149.5. Tennessee, like I said, they should be feeling pretty good about themselves going to the tournament. They're coming into the tournament with a lot of energy. And I do think Miami is gonna. I do think Miami, Ohio is definitely gonna give them a challenge in this one. So we will see what happens here. Yeller's taking Tennessee. Yeah. I mean, I think this game's winnable. I think this game's winnable for Miami, Ohio. I think it's winnable, but I'm not gonna pick them to win. No, I'm not gonna pick them to win. I'm picking Tennessee to win this game. Tennessee's a much better team here. But I know Yeller does have Tennessee covering that 11.5. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say Miami, Ohio keeps this thing close. They keep it competitive here. And if I can find it, okay, there you go, I found it. I'm gonna take Miami, Ohio plus 11.5. Like I said, I think this one could go either way. Actually, I like the way how the Miami, Ohio has been playing all season, so I'm gonna take the plus 11.5, and I actually feel pretty good about that. But I will take Tennessee straight up, and give me the under, the under. I'll take the under. I'll take the under in this one. Yeller's taking the under as well. Tennessee sets the tone early. Physical defense slows everything down, and they control it from start to finish. So Yeller think this is gonna be a blowout. I think this is gonna be a close game. I think it will. I think it'll be like a close game, maybe like a 2 possession, 3 possession game at best. So that's why I'm gonna take. I know it's kind of risky because I'm kind of banking on Miami, Ohio to basically keep it within 10, which I can absolutely see it, but. I think they will cover at 11.5, but I am going to take the under in this game. I'm not expecting too much offense here, so that's kind of like leaning me towards the under. But we'll see. It could go either way. Clemson battling it off here against Loa. Right now Loa is a 2.5 point favorite right now, which kind of shocks me, to be completely honest with you. And the over under is 128.5. At first thing I looked at that, I honestly thought that was a pretty low over under. I really do. I looked at over under, I was like, wow, only 128.5. I'm gonna tell you what, before we get started to the picks, I am definitely taking the over on that. 128.5. Hell yeah, I'm taking the over. That's not even enough points to take the under. So oh wow, believe it or not, Yeller actually did take the under. Yeller took the under in this game. And who is he taking? He's taking Yeller's taking Clemson. Yeller's taking Clemson to win this game. Yeller's taking Clemson, and I'm gonna take Clemson as well. Like I said, I'm kind of surprised that they're underdogs. Like I really do. I'm surprised. I'm just shocked that they're underdogs. Like I feel like they should be favored to win this game, but somehow they're underdogs. So yeah, I'm gonna take Clemson to win this game as well. Clemson stays steady all game, more consistent down the stretch, and they close it out late, winning in a squeaker. So he's taking Clemson in a squeaker. I think it'll be a squeaker too, but like to the spread, I don't think it's big enough for me to take them. So I'll take them to cover that 2.5 as well. I mean, that's definitely a respectable line. I'm not going to sit here and say that's not a respectable line, because I think it is. Like I said, I think this game could be a lot closer than what people think. It's just the fact that I just kind of expect Clemson to win this game. So so both of us are going to go with Clemson on this one. All right, next up we have St. John's playing against Northern Loha. Like I said, there's a lot of Lohas in this game. There's a lot of Lohas in this game. Anyway, for this game right now, St. John's is favored by 9.5, which I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of expected this game to be I kind of expected to be over more than that. I kind of expect this to be like a 13, 12.5 point favorite, but yeah, but for me, yeah, I'm taking St. John's to win this game. I don't think St. John's would lose. Actually, in my bracket, I think I had St. John's eliminated in my I think I had St. John's eliminated in my Sweet 16. That's what I think if I had him to go. So I'll take St. John's to win this game. Yeller's taking St. John's as well. Like I said, that doesn't really surprise me that he's taking St. John's. Like I said, actually, I would have been shocked if he didn't pick St. John's. But yeah, Yeller's gonna go St. John's. Spread 9.5 doesn't scare me. I think St. John's should be able to win this game by at least like 15, 12 to 18 points. So I'll take them to cover the spread as well. And the over under 131.5. I'll take the over. I'll take the over. I'm just expecting a lot of scoring here, and I'm kind of expecting Northern Loha to keep it close, maybe within a half or something like that. But I'll take the over. in this one. Yeller's taking St. John's to cover, and he's taking the over as well. And he says St. John's brings the pressure all game, forces multiple turnovers, and controls the tempo to pull a late in the game in crunch time. So he is taking St. John's to cover that 9.5, but he said crunch time. So maybe he's talking about maybe St. John's gets out to an early lead. Maybe they maybe Northern Aloha starts to come back, and then they finish them out there. That's not a bad prediction. That's not bad. I'm not going to say that's spoiled. That's bold. I can't say that. I think that's a really good prediction. Could go either way, but we will see. And then after we will see, we will find out. And like I said, make sure you guys come check out. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow when the round of 32 starts. So make sure you guys come check out tomorrow. We'll be right back here tomorrow making picks for that round. So make sure you guys please join us. I really do appreciate y'all. All right, next up we have UCF playing against UCLA here. Definitely one of the more interesting matchups here in the entire first round here. Right now, UCF is favored. Actually, no, never mind. UCLA is favored by +1 and +5.5, -5.5. The over/under is 152.5. I said this is another tough one to me to pick. I think this one's actually one of the more tougher ones to me to pick this week. I just think like it could go either way. Like UCLA, they're the favorite. They're at home. I mean, like I said, they're not at home. And I keep saying home because I keep thinking of NBA, but UCLA. I mean, I get it why they're favorite. I really do, and I think UCF can actually give them a challenge here. Question is, do I really want to go for the upset? I gotta see what Yellow's taking first. Yellow's taking UCLA. Yellow's taking UCLA. Man, this is a tough one for me because, like I said, I think this will go either way. I think this one's really a coin flip. It just really depends on who's injured, who's playing, and who's not playing. You know what? Fuck it. I'll take the upset. Give me UCF. Give me UCF with the upset. Fuck it. I'll take UCF to win this game. I'll hell with it. If I take the risk, if I'm being risky, I'm being risky. But I'm taking UCF to win this game. Yeller had UCF +5.5, which means I picked an underdog, so I'm gonna have to take the points with the underdog no matter what. +5.5. Over under 152.5. He took the under. And I'm with him. I'm with Yeller on that one. I'm with Yeller. I'm taking the under. I'm taking the under as well. Let's see what he had to say about this game. UCLA controls the pace, defense locks in late, and they pull away in a slower physical type game. So, all right, so it's all right. I like that. I'm kind of on the same boat. I do think both defenses will shine. I think both offenses will continue to struggle to create. I do think that both teams are going to rely more on their paint game, and that's more of an opening there to me to UCF to key to victory. So, but yeah, I am comfortable about taking the under in this game though. That's probably the only thing I'm really comfortable with here. I'm taking the under, but we're on opposite sides. Yellow with UCLA, and I'm with UCF. Next up we have we have Prairie View A&M playing against Florida. I don't think that anybody would pick against Florida here, right? I mean, we definitely we've seen this time. I think we even seen this with Duke yesterday. We acted this way when Duke played yesterday, and they nearly lost. Like they almost lost. So you got to make sure you're Florida. You got to come out here. You got to take care of business. You got to do what you got to do. Florida's favored by 35.5. Yellow's taking the minus. Yeah, I'll take the points as well. 35.5. I'm kind of expecting this game to be like a 40-point ass beating, almost 50. So I'll take Florida to win this game. I think the Jams are going to come out strong. What's the over under? The over under is 155.5. Yeller's taking the over, and I am taking the over as well because I think Florida can score like 100 points themselves. So I'll take the over. I'll take the over in this one. Florida comes out focused, too much depth and talent. They dominate from start to finish. So Yeller's taking them in the ass beating too. Yeah. I like I said, I didn't think that. I think Florida's. Basically Yeller said. They dominate from start to finish. That's just kind of like what I'm expecting here from Florida. I'm expecting them to dominate from start to finish. So we're both going to take Florida to win this one. Like I said, should be an ass kicking, but at the same time, like I said, you never know. It's March Madness. You never know. All right, next we have Kansas playing against CBU. Another tough one to pick this round. I'll be honest, another tough one for me to pick this round. Right now, Kansas is favored by 13.5. Over under is set at 138.5. Ah man, I think this one's a tough one. It really is. I think this one could go either way. I mean, I am gonna lean towards and I'm saying that for the spread and over under. I'm gonna pick Kansas to win the game though. I'm comfortable about that. Yeah, I'm taking Kansas to win this game, but picking the over under in the spread in this game is pretty difficult. Yeller's taking Kansas too. All right, cool. So we're both taking Kansas. Let's see. Yeller has them covering that 13.5. Yeller has them covering that. Um, all right. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say they don't cover that. So I'll take Kansas to win, but I'll take CBU with the points at 15.5. I do think this game will be closer than what people think. I really do. 13.5. I think this game will be like a 9-point game, something like that. Single digit point game. So I'll take the spread there at the plus 13.5. I think that could be a little bit too much. Oh man. I am tired. I'm recording this 2:13 in the morning. I do think they should be able to cover that 13.5, but I'm not gonna go for it. I think that's too many points. I'll take plus 13.5. I'll take Kansas straight up. And is Yeller's taking the over? I'm gonna take the over as well. I think there'll be plenty of offense, and I think that line is just a little bit too low for me to take the under, so I will take the over as well. Okay, so here's what Yeller has to say. Kansas controls the game early. Too much talent. They stay steady, pull away. Oh shit, I can't read. Kansas controls the game early. Too much talent, and they pull away the whole way. Oh my god, that was kind of hard for me to read for some reason. But all right, both taking Kansas. All right, okie dokie. All right, next we have UConn taking on against yeah, we're both taking UConn. I don't think UConn would lose this game. I hope UConn doesn't lose this game. Actually, it would be embarrassing. Yeah, it'll be humiliating. UConn losing this game, that'll be humiliating. It really would. It'll be embarrassing to the whole state of UConn. So especially it's like you won multiple championships. So how the hell could you lose this game? I mean, spread 20.5 does not scare me. I'll take them to cover that. And 136.5, like I said, I will take the over. And I'm taking the over because UConn might score like 100, like 90 to 100 points themselves. So I'll take the over. Yeller is Greeny. Yeller is taking UConn to also cover that 20.5. He is also taking the over. And he says UConn sets the tone early, too much depth in scoring. They'll pull away pretty comfortably, winning this game in a snap pounding. So Yeller thinks this game is gonna be a snap pounding, which is definitely doable. It is definitely doable. Like I said, UConn is a really good team. If I'm being honest, I went on brackets. I went to see where percentage of people put the brackets in. I'll be completely honest. I'm surprised people did not really put UConn as their champion. I am surprised about. I know I did it, but it's kind of surprising to like not even see the number actually there. I thought that was completely shocking, but yeah, I think both people were kind of writing off the champs. So him and Florida are the real two champs. So we'll see what happens there. Next up we have, this is our last March Madness first round matchup here. We have Miami taking on against Missouri, which should be another really good one here. Right now, Miami is just favored by 1.5. That's a pretty good spread line. And the over-under is 146.5. So who do we have winning this game? Who do we have losing this game? Like I said, this should be, in my opinion, this should be one of the better games of the first round, especially on the Friday slate, because I think this one is going to be pretty entertaining. So who do we got here? Who we got winning this one? Yeller's got Miami. Yeller's taking Miami in this one. Let me think about the spread in this one. Yeah, okay. Over under 146.5. Yeller took the over. I'm feeling the under. I'm feeling the under. I don't think that these two offenses can get to that 146.5. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the under for that one. But who I actually have winning the game? I'm gonna take Miami. I'm gonna take Miami. I'm taking Miami in a squeaker. I think this is one of those games that's just a coin toss. It's like a legitimate coin toss. It could go either way, but I'll lean towards I'll lean towards Miami. So I'll roll with them. But yeah, I am gonna take him with the spread -1.5. That's just way too low for me to pick Missouri unless I have them winning. And I'm gonna take the under in this game because I'm not really expecting that much or too much scoring in this matchup. So I will take the under in this matchup. All right, without further ado, guys, that's gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for the round of 62. I will see you guys in the round of 32 predictions here. We'll go ahead and get to that as soon as this slate is over. And we do have some pretty good matchups already in the second round. So like I said, if you got to already, make sure to hit the like, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys join the Discord. We're here for every single playoff run. So make sure you guys, like I said, hit the like, hit that subscribe button. Really do appreciate your support. And without further ado, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, whip this thing up so you guys can watch it on time. Appreciate your support. Make sure you guys enjoy the Friday slate of basketball. And make sure you guys do follow the Twitch because we'll be active on there. Without further ado, guys, I really do appreciate your support, and we'll see you guys next time. This has been Nation.com. Peace out, stay safe, and as always, I'll see you good people in the next video.